Friends, I'm again here with you today to wrap up this meeting, this session, to deliver my closing speech. And I guess you're overfilled with emotions the way I am. I have my comrade or brothers in arms in the Moscow office telling me, Andrei, light up the fire, give us some energy. But I came over here to receive energy, not to give it away. And we're doing this event online, but just imagine, we're the first company in the world of multi-level crowd investing that is conducting such an event. I think we're the first company ever to launch an Eventi online, but it turns out there was another company. It's a little bit older than we are, but we are keeping pace with them, no problem there. And I would like to congratulate all of us with this great anniversary, 6 years. We talked to Mila today, and a year ago, maybe a little less, 350 days ago, I think, more or less, we were in India, offline. We had an amazing event, and the year has passed, and where we are. I think you heard already today where we are. I don't want to repeat it, but as soon as we moved into crypto industry, our pace, our tempo has increased tremendously. You know, I always say when you work in internet business and you go and compare internet business with traditional offline business, so 1 year in internet business equals 3 years of traditional business. But if you take 1 month of blockchain-based business, equals 1 year of internet business. And when I talk today to people who are CEOs of major companies who work online business, but they are not in blockchain business, I realize how much they are lagging behind. They're somewhere far, far off from us, whereas we are gaining momentum and making 1 mile strides. And what you heard today from Maria, if I could see your comments, I would gladly read them. But I'm sure all of you guys, all of you ladies and gentlemen, are inspired by what Maria told us today. Just if you are inspired by Maria's words, that we have our own website, that our WCRU token, and we haven't said a word about it, but although in January we did mention World CRU, but when stopped talking about it, we did it on purpose, because you saw how other companies copied us. Some companies, not very fair companies, started copying us and started harming us. That's why we stopped any conversations about World CRU. World CRU is our security token. It was registered in SEC on the 28th of August. Today, we can already trade in our security token. Some of the functionalities are not yet ready for it to come through, to do it in a correct, regulated manner, but we wanted to do it by the 1st of October. And those of you who were disappointed last year that we did not launch our STO, that our token is not yet on the external exchange, if you were upset and disappointed, just remember what we declared back then. Just go on the Crypto Unit website. We have a plan there. From the 30th of March this year until the 31st of December, that was our estimated deadline for us to go into the external market. Just 10-15 days left until we polish or fine-tune our website, and we will be in the internal market. But it is a double-edged sword, because on the one hand, we are there on the external market, but on the other hand, the verification procedure is very, very strict. The KYC is very strict. Guys in Europe, in the United States, in Australia, you will have to go through some regulatory normative steps for you to be able officially and legally purchase those tokens. Moreover, as we promised, all those guys who started half a year ago, who supported the educational program Crypto Unit, all of you guys now have unique opportunities. You have such benefits that people who will buy security token world CRU won't have such benefits as you guys have. We will come back to this topic in 8 days, next Saturday, on our closed meeting for our investors, for our clients who invested 1,000 units and more, or consultants and higher. And you will learn what kind of benefits, concessions we're talking about here that you will enjoy compared to those who will join us after the sales are launched. 10, 15, maybe a month tops is left before everything happens. So what's unique, and I think also it's about it, and it's also the good news, that we will be able to work with qualified investors, with investors that can invest $1 million, $2 million, $10 million. And what Maria said, I guess it's also quite a happy news, at least for me it is, as a leader of MLM industry, in the MLM industry, the MLM multi-level crowd investing industry. I would like always to receive commission fees for the work I'm doing. And we did find a certain formula where the partners who will promote the security token will be able to receive payments under the marketing plan. So dear friends, I think this piece of news for those who work in the network is very, very important. Now, the next thing I wanted to tell you is that we did not just approach this project easily. We consulted with many different specialists that advised us on the launch of STO. They told us last year around 80 companies registered in offshore, but overall it was 800 companies that were registered. But out of those 800 companies, and if you listen to Maria's webinars, only 160 companies did start selling their security tokens. And the sales of the security tokens were, let me tell you, a child's play. I mean, the volumes were really ridiculous, really small investment-wise. Compared to us, it's good, but far, far less than what we have. Now, being on the eve of us being able to sell our security tokens, and many people who are ready to work in this area, you will have to, in the near future, verify your accounts in UGPay back office. You will have to go through the verification, and you will be able, after going through the verification, become qualified enough to promote this project. But most importantly, dear friends, we have arrived at a very interesting moment, especially for you who already checked our website. When we started this movement, what kind of capitalization we already have of our portfolio that we start with. All those companies, 180 companies or 60 companies that started selling their security tokens out of 800, they started with zero capitalization. Well, it might sound rough, but they were like beggars. Like, please give us money, we have a good idea. That's how it looked like. That's why the whole security token offering was invented for. Whereas we did not start as beggars, as poor people. We start with already certain capitalization, which is more than $500 million. This is a serious statement, dear friends. None of the other companies ever launched their STO with such indicators. But unfortunately, we weren't able to do it by the 1st of October. I wanted to show you those documents, but we need 2 more, maybe 3 more weeks. But in October, for sure, we're going to have our investment assessment of one of our companies, by one of the companies that is among top 5 auditing companies. Next Saturday, on our closed meeting, one of our specialists who is performing the preliminary assessment of our company, of all of our projects, will provide a report on the work done so far. Maybe he's hearing this for the first time because we've just discussed it with Mila. Hopefully, Alexander, Mila already informed you about it. But if not, and you're listening to me right now, prepare, please, a report by the next Saturday and show it to us. Okay? Now, I'm not going to give figures. I will tell you just one thing. The Academy of Private Investors alone has the investment assessment of more than $1 billion, Euro gold. And is another project of ours. We have 4 gold-related projects. Ural Gold is one of them. Is also estimated at more than $1 billion. Gain company alone, and the promise, the prospective development of it for the next 10 years was assessed at more than $10 billion. And we have 62% share in it. Next, Digital Doubles Inc. I'm not gonna give you figures, but let me tell you, it's more, simply more. This is our internal investment assessment, is more than $2 billion. Those 3 companies alone that I've just told you about together are worth more than $5 billion. Moreover, on the 2nd, we launched the internal exchange. It was like a test run of our external exchange, crypto exchange. And the internal exchange was very much similar to a external exchange. And interesting thing about it is, yes, at first we went down to 4 or 5 cents per token, but in 7 days we went as high as 20 cents. So the demand for our token point, not even token itself, was really serious. We did find some vulnerabilities, some loopholes. Some people are asking me, Andre, why the external exchange is not up yet? We are so much for it. Yes, so did I. And according to our plans, we wanted to have it back online by the 1st of October, and we wanted to have our token at more than 30 cents. On the 14th, 15th of September, Andre told me, Andre, I'm excited because I have 5 million token points. I'm a millionaire, literally. In just a year and a half, everything came through. Everything that you promised, everything that we said in our webinars, all the promises that our leaders told you came through. And most interestingly, yes, we had a vulnerability, and it's good that people from Vietnam helped us find that vulnerability. Well, we did take more time than we were supposed to test all those vulnerabilities and troubleshoot them. And the Vietnamese team helped us do that. And now when we launch our external exchange, we already know the bottlenecks and the weak points. We hired experts that will test our external exchange. And Maria mentioned it, that the green light was given for the first 100 people to test our external exchange. You will have a demo version. You will have Bitcoin, Ethereum. We will have everything for you to, jumpstart our external exchange. Now, what's the wonderful about it, guys? In 1 year, what we did so far? First, we created security token. World CRU with UGPay company. Second, we have our own blockchain. To do that in 1 year, it's quite a challenge. Not many companies are up for it. Some of our partners who are now taking their own path, they said, Andre, I created my own blockchain. Well, you might have, but I don't see any tokens traded on that blockchain. It's not really a difficult task to develop a blockchain. The problem is what you're gonna do with your token. But we foresaw that as well. Now we have crypto exchange. Yes, it's external. Yes, it's we will trade on it, but we have it. That's what's important. And Maria gave you the QR code. And if you registered today or tomorrow, you're going to receive a link for you to start testing the exchange. And guys, the applications that you made, people like traders, good traders who will become traders, maybe even market makers, external market makers, we don't know who they are going to be. Write to us and tell us, we want to test your exchange. Give us an opportunity. And we ask you, find vulnerabilities. And when we launch our external exchange, maybe on the 15th, maybe on the 20th, maybe on the 30th of October, but when we do launch it, we would like everything to run smoothly and would like to eliminate all the vulnerabilities. And now, dear friends, let's take a look. Even with the price of 20 cents, as of the 15th of September, the actual capitalization of our token and of our CRU program was around $5-6 billion, dear friends. We're a small company, we're a small token, new token, maybe indistinguishable or unnoticeable, but just think, with 20 cents alone per token, we're already that much worth. In view of the 30 billion CRUs that have already been issued, because capitalization is calculated based on the current price. On the 9th, on Saturday, when we're gonna have our closed meeting with our investors and our partners, I will show you how the capitalization is calculated and why we're worth that much. I think, and most probably with the demand that we have, by New Year, our token will cost at least 50 cents. I don't know whether it will be 50 cents or more, but 50 cents at the very least. And the capitalization by then will be more than $15 billion. But the investment assessment will be done, the internal preliminary investment assessment report will be delivered on Saturday, and the preliminary assessment is necessary for us to have an external assessment by the top 5 auditing company. But even if it's 30% of that assessment, it's still quite a lot. None of the companies that are trading their own security tokens right now are not that worth that much. And you ask me, what is investment assessment, and how is it different from the market assessment? In the market, there is such notion, in the stock market, investment market, you buy based on hearsay and you sell based on facts. People who sell, they are regularly speculators. But the thing is, today you hear information directly from me as the CEO of the company, what's gonna happen next and what we already have. It's not just hearsay, rumors. Leaders wrote about it. If it was only about leaders, then it might be rumors and hearsay. I'm making a statement already where we're going and how much we're going to be worth. What I'm driving here is that everything that we promised, everything that we said, we delivered. Maybe many of our partners who are with us, who have been with us for 6 years, who joined on the 1st of October 2014, on the 2nd of October 2014. And you might remember in 2015, I told you that all those people who were with us since the 1st of October 2014, who were our clients, who bought EIPs in October 2014, in October 2015, throughout the year 14, 15, and 16, in the TNG back offices, it used to be called Twig back office. All those clients who made their purchases, they had wonderful opportunities. Opportunity number 1, to be a co-owner of a very interesting project in high-speed, innovative transportation system. And we delivered our obligations before them. And the second important obligation that we assumed, and I promised that in 2015, that all those clients, when we create our global investment portfolio, will become co-owners of that global investment portfolio. Just think about it, dear friends. We are going to allocate for those clients who were with us since 1st October 2014 until the October 2020, who generated volumes in TNG back office, all of those people, we will, based on the work that they did back then, we will calculate the proportion and we will allocate to all of them 2 billion tokens. Just think about it. 2 billion tokens will be allocated to those people. At the price that was on the 15th of September, it's 400 million. But by the New Year's Eve, the price will be more than 50 cents. 50 cents is a given. It's like a fact. I'm not even doubting it. But just think about it. $1 billion, which will be allocated across those clients who spent back then $170, $180 million. You will get 5 times more in tokens compared to what you invested. I think this is proof enough that what we say, we deliver. I am from an industrial region. From Ukraine, it's Donetsk, the mining region. We have this saying, if you say something, you do it. And I always do what I say. I simply have to. And by the New Year's Eve, all the clients that we had back then. If you still have clients who back then in 2014, 15, 16, 17 made their purchases, please tell them so, because they will have to become VIP Club members and they will have to go through the verification to get in their CAU back office those CRU points. By the New Year's, we will have those tokens allocated. If a person does not become a VIP Club member, then it's their own funeral. But we deliver our obligations. And if they do not accept it, it's their problem. It's like giving, look, take 1 million, but tomorrow you have to come at 8 a.m. and travel 1,000 kilometers. And they will say, oh no, I don't believe, I won't go. If you don't want to go, stay home. That's how it works. I think this is very great news for the old timers and for clients who maybe forgot about us or maybe thought that something bad happened to our company. No, friends, only good things happen to us. Another thing I wanted to say to you, dear friends, we are building the new economic evolution of the world. We call it new. Today you heard songs about it. You heard the anthem written by our partners. And we will write many more songs. And we will praise the financial literacy in songs and dances and show how people can not only make money, but also have fun. So what I wanted to tell you, dear friends, is that we're building new for future generations. Unfortunately, in the 20th century, we already borrowed too much from our future generations' environment once. Financial slavery, too, because people chased money and nobody thought about future. The new economic evolution of the world is being created for our future generations. In conclusion, I would like to invite all of the people who are here in the Moscow office, who came here with their children. I would like to invite them over here. And we would say, in conclusion, our final words. Here in this office, I have 2 sons of mine. My eldest son is 33 years old. He is doing business. He took some load off his father related to real estate and production, but I have 2 my small sons here. And the question is, for whom we're doing it, dear friends? For example, I'm almost at my retirement age. This year, I'm celebrating my 52nd anniversary, although I would like to live for 100 years, at least, or 150 years. Some of us are halfway through their life. Some of us are 70% through their life, but we are ready to do this for our future generations. I would like us to understand that what we are, the foundation that we're laying today is the foundation for our future generations, so that our children, our grandchildren, our grand-grandchildren would be proud that their father, grandfather, great-great-father, or great-great-mother back in the past thought about them, about future generations, and decided to change this vicious circle of things that people did in the 20th century. Can I please invite over all our partners, all our colleagues, for them to enter this room? I see already someone is standing behind the door, our friends, our partners. Please, come over here. Come on, of course, come over. Because many of them came with their children. Armand with Olga.